Greetings, family. Welcome again to another Bible Studies Live. We're Israel, the Lord's Vineyard. My name is Brother Moses. We have Sister Kelly. We're back again with another Bible lesson. But as usual, we're going to start by opening up with the law. And then we're going to come back and go into it. Sis, when you're ready. I am ready.
Reading from the book of Exodus, chapter 20, starting at verse 1. Actually, from verse 1 to 17. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands that not love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that take his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Revelation 22, verses 14 and 15. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Ecclesiastes 12, 13 and 14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Alrighty, family. As usual, these are the laws we read when we come together. Family, these laws were commanded for us to keep. They are not done away with. Don't let no one try to convince you that we don't have to keep these laws. Anyone that is doing so, family, they are trying to rob you of your salvation. We always encourage the brothers and sisters, please don't allow anyone to steal your crown. With that being said, happy Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Well, we are Israel, the Lord's vineyard. We teach the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, the undiluted Word of God, Jesus Christ being the chief cornerstone. Well, we teach by subject and title, and today's title is, Did Giants Come from Man or Angels? Did giants come from man or angels? Why this title or why this lesson? Well, for some reason, it seems like the Bible is saying, well, no. People misconstrued the Bible, thinking that the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 is referring to angels coming down and procreating with women on the earth. And thus, we have giants. But in this lesson, we're going to show that angels cannot procreate. They were not created to do so. That's why all of them was created. God didn't make two angels and then they make baby angels and then we have all these angels today. He created all of them. They're celestial beings, and celestial beings cannot procreate. Hence, that's the reason why God created man. Man is flesh and blood, right? So through this lesson, we're going to be going back and forth, and the reason for this is to show that angels cannot procreate. So how are we going to start? We're going to go back to the chapter where this was misunderstood, which is Genesis chapter 6. And we're going to come to some kind of understanding. So, sis, whenever you're ready, I am ready. We're going to read Genesis chapter 6, verse 1 and verse 2.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
So now, family, the context has a great part to play when you're reading something. The first thing it says is when men begin to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters was born unto them. Men, the context is men. Remember, this whole chapter, people think that is talking about angels. So I want you to show me or look for the word angel here, okay? It says men because it's talking about flesh and blood people. The thing in this world, science, when it comes to science is something that can be proven over and over and over, right? In July 16 of 1969, they claim they went to the moon. Man went to the moon at the first moon landing. We're in 2025. And for the life of man, they cannot go back to the moon. So how is it that in 1969, they could have gone to the moon, and now in 2025, with more modern machines, man can't go back there? Do you know why that is, family? Because man never went to the moon. Because if they had gone to the moon back then in 1969, they would have been able to go to the moon now in 2025 with more modern machines that we have. They cannot do that. It never happened. So it's in the same way, if angels had procreated with man back then, family, angels would have been procreating with man now, today. They would have still been doing it. Just like man started sinning against God back then, and up to this day, 2025, we are still sinning against God. Man was wicked back then, and up to this day, man is still wicked. There's nothing new under the sun. The Bible teaches us that. Nothing new. So if they could have done it back then, they can do it now. If they can't do it now, that's because they did not do it back then. I want you to keep this in mind, all right? So he says, when men begin to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters was born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men. It said the sons of God. We're going to find out who these sons of God are. The sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. We're going to show also, remember, we've seen wives here, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Let's see if angels can marry. That's another flaw right here when we're looking to see what's going on in this story, right? If angels can get married, that don't even sound right. Let's go to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 20 and verse 27. And then we're going to come back to Genesis 6. Luke chapter 20 and verse 27. And when you get it, you can go ahead.
Then came to him certain of the Sadducees, which deny that there is any resurrection, and they asked him, saying, Master, Moses wrote unto us, if any man's brother die having a wife, and he die without children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up seed unto his brother.
So this is a custom of the Jews, and it's written in the law. If a brother or a man has a wife, and the man has other brothers, and that man that was married to that woman, he mysteriously died, he passed away without having seed or child, that his next brother under him should marry to his wife to raise up seed for his brother, right? That's how they keep the generation or the lineage going, right? So this was a law back then. So this woman, in this case that we're reading, she was married to a guy, and the guy had 7 brothers, and we're going to see in this story what is taking place. So her husband died. They asked a question: if the husband died not having kids, and the other brother marry her, right? So let's keep going.
There were therefore 7 brethren, and the first took a wife, and died without children. And the second took her to wife, and he died childless. And the third took her, and in like manner the 7 also, and they left no children, and died. Last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife of them is she?
So now they asked a question, because this woman was with all these brothers, and all of them eventually die, even the woman died, and still did not get a child. When we are resurrected, in the resurrection, whose wife will she be? Because remember, she was married to all 7 of them. So whose wife will she be in the resurrection? Remember, family, in the resurrection, we are going to be celestial beings, spiritual beings. So let's see if celestial beings, because that's the same makeup that an angel has. An angel is a celestial being. So let's see what Christ said to this person that asked the question. Go ahead, sis.
For 7 had her to wife. And Jesus answering and said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage.
So hear that, family? What world? The celestial world. So celestial being, Christ is saying that the celestial being, the ones that made the first resurrection, who got their body, their change, they cannot marry or given in marriage. Remember when we was reading in Genesis chapter 6, it said that the sons of God took them wives of all which they have chosen. So we're seeing here that celestial beings cannot marry. Go ahead, continue, sis. You finished?
Neither can they die any more, for they are equal unto the angels and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection.
They are as the children. Read over that again.
Neither can they die any more, for they are equal unto the angels and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection.
They are just as the children of God, being the children of the resurrection. They cannot marry. celestial beings cannot procreate. Once you get your celestial body, that's it. I even hear some brothers teaching that in the kingdom, we will be making children. In the millennium kingdom, we're going to be making children. They are half right, but then again, if you're half right, that means you're half wrong. Because for some reason, they don't understand that in the millennium reign, there will be flesh and blood people. So, of course, the flesh and blood people will be still making babies. They will be procreating because they are flesh and blood. But the ones that are celestial that made the change, they are celestial beings and they will not be making babies. They will not be procreating. But the flesh and blood people, yes, they will be procreating because they are flesh and blood. And procreation was made for who? For flesh and blood creatures. That's what procreation was made for, or who procreation was made for. Flesh and blood creatures. Not celestial beings. So the one who made the transition in the first resurrection, they cannot procreate anymore. The flesh and blood people that will be among them, they will still be making babies or still be procreating. But them brothers has it as when you get your change and you're in the kingdom, you will be making babies. Nope, that can't happen. That was it, sis?
Yes, that was it. And Israel God's Vineyards on the screen.
Okay. Let's go back to Genesis 6. Let's go back to Genesis 6. And we're going to continue from verse 3 where we left off.
And the
So,
Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
so here where we're reading, we're still reading about man. It says nothing about angels, right? If this was something that happened, it would plainly says angel. It would plainly say that, family, right? It said, my spirit shall not always dwell with man, for they also are but flesh. Flesh people, human beings. Go ahead.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
So now, family, sometimes when we read, sometimes we read right over things and they have little keywords in what we read, and sometimes we don't pick up on them keywords, right? Sometimes it have keywords and we miss the keywords in some things that we read. Let me give an example. Like when it says, when they're talking about absent, Paul had a quote in one of the chapters when he says, I rather to be absent from the body and present with the Lord. When I hear a lot of preachers or teachers read this, people who think that they're heaven bound, the heaven bound people, the people who think that they're going to heaven, they always leave out a key word that was used. And that key word is he would rather to be, rather. He didn't say that's what's going to happen. So they will leave out the word rather and they will say it like this: absent from the body to be present with the Lord. That's what they say. But what happened to the word rather? Why they keep leaving out that? That's the key word. He said he will rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. We all would rather that. But is that going to happen? No. Because when you die, you go back into the grave. What about the wicked person? Is he going to be with the Lord also? When he is absent from his body, the wicked man, the murderer, the sinner, is he going to be with the Lord? No, family. So all is saying that he would rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Everyone would rather be that. Well, most people, I would say. So here in verse 4, listen to the key words in this verse. It says, there were giants in the earth in those days. Listen, family. And, this is an adjective, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of man. So what are we reading? Prior to the sons of God going in unto the daughters of man, there were already giants in the earth. Did y'all catch that, family? Prior to the sons of God going in unto the daughters of man, there were already giants. So the question arises, who did them giants come from prior to the sons of God going in unto the daughters of man? Who did they come from? If we're saying that the sons of God are angels, and that's where we got the giants from, who did the giants come from prior to these angels sleeping with the women? Where did they come from? So that's a big flaw right there, family. And that is because Genesis chapter 6 has nothing to do with angels. When we read it, when we start out reading in verse 1, it says when men begin to multiply. It didn't say angels multiplying. It said men. And women don't multiply, men do. Because men plant seeds. So it has nothing to do with angels. Prior to the sons of God sleeping with the daughters of men, there were already giants in the earth. Where did they come from? These are little keywords that most of us does miss, especially if we have muzzles on. We can't see it. Go ahead, sis. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, that they born children unto them, the same became mighty men, which were men of old, men of renown. Go ahead.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Who was wicked? Was angels wicked or men? God saw the wickedness of who? Man. If it was angel that came and did this foul act, why would God be saying that God saw the wickedness of man when angels were supposed to be the people or the creatures that came down and did this foul act? So God is not saying nothing concerning the angels that did this. He's chastising men. Remember, angels are more powerful than us, human beings. They are more powerful than us. So if they come and take a woman or something, remember, they're more powerful than them. So it will be the angels that will be in the transgression coming to do that, because God didn't create them to do that. So if they came and do that, God will be on top of them for coming down and doing that. But why you're not seeing angels here, family, is because it has nothing to do with angels. Nothing. It's that God saw the wickedness of man, that it was great in the earth, not the wickedness of angels. Man. Go ahead.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and the beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
So God is talking concerning man, that He's going to destroy them. Man was wicked, and the angels is not held accountable for nothing here. Why is that? Are we dealing with an unjust God? Are we dealing with an unrighteous God? Are we dealing with a one-sided God? Why is it that he keep talking about man, how man is wicked, man is flesh, he's going to destroy man from the earth because the earth is wicked, but yet the angels is not getting any chastisement? Why is that, family? That's because it has nothing to do with angels. Nothing. Let's continue. Let's go to Genesis chapter 4. When you get it, I am ready. We're going to start at verse 17.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begat Mahujael. Mahujael begat Methusael, and Methusael begat Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. And Ada bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And the brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt.
So here, you hear what's going on here? The descendants of Cain is just like their father Cain, because Cain killed his brother Abel. So you see the wickedness of the seed of Cain. So that's why Cain was referred to as man, the daughters of man. His daughters, it was referred to as the daughters of man, right? So remember when we was reading in Genesis chapter 6, it says the sons of God. So we're going to see who the sons of God are. So this is the daughters of man, Cain, because his seed was wicked, because just like he killed his brother, there go another one saying that he slayed a man to my wounding. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. When Cain killed his brother Abel, God bastardized him. He become a bastard. God kicked him out of the land. He became a bastard child for what he did. Go ahead.
If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said she, hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, who Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord.
What happened? Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord. So when Seth came, his seed is referred to as the sons of God. They began to call upon the name of the Lord. But prior to him, that wicked seed, Cain, God divorced them, they bastardized them because of the wickedness. So the children of Seth are referred to as the sons of God, and the children of Cain referred to as the daughters or the sons of man. So this is what he was talking about in Genesis chapter 6. Seth's seed start mingling with Cain's seed. So that's why he said the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and they took them wives of all who they chose. So the sons of Seth took wives from the daughters of Cain. They have nothing to do with angels. And we're going to see that the descendants of Seth is referred to as sons of God. Let's go to the book of Luke, Luke chapter 3. Luke chapter 3. And we're going to do some skipping because they're talking about the son of, the son of, the son of, the son of. You can go back to it and read the entirety in your own time. Okay? So for time's sake, we're going to do some skipping. But it's all talking about the same thing. It's a pattern. Right? So we're going to start from verse 23 in Luke chapter 3.
And
23.
Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being as was supposed the son of Joseph, which was the son of Heli.
So as was supposed, because he was not the biological father of Jesus. That's why he said, as was supposed. Right? Go ahead.
Which was the son of Mathat, which was the son of Levi, which was the son of Melchi, which was the son of Janna, which was the son of Joseph, which was the son of Mattathias, which was the son of Amos, which was the son of Nam, which was the son of Esli, which was the son of Naga, which was the son of Math, which was the son of Mattathias, which was the son of Samai, which was the son of Joseph, which was the son of Judah. 34. Which was the son of Jacob, which was the son of Isaac, which was the son of Abraham, which was the son of Tara, which was the son of Nachor, which was the son of Saruk, which was the son of Ragal, which was the son of Phalek, which was the son of Heber, which was the son of Selah, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Arphaxad, which was the son of Sem, which was the son of No, which was the son of Lamech, which was the son of Methuselah, which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Jared, which was the son of Malaleel, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which is the son of Adam, which was the son of God.
So these are the sons of God. Do y'all notice something here? In verse 38, it said, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, right? Remember, we just read that when Seth was born and he started getting children, he said, then men begin to call upon the name of the Lord. They start worshiping God. He was not like his evil brother Cain that slew his brother. Right? So here in Luke chapter 3, verse 38, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. Why isn't there Cain here? Where is Cain? Where is Cain? You know why Cain is not here? Because Cain was the wicked seed. So he stopped at Seth because he says Seth is the one that began to call upon the name of God. So they was referred to as the sons of God that the sister just read off here. The sons of God from Seth's seed, from the seed of Seth. So when the seed of Seth, the sons of Seth, went in unto the daughters of Cain, the evil brother, that's what Genesis chapter 6 is talking about. When the sons of God saw the daughters of man, which is Cain's seed, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chosen. So why could they have take wives? Because they're human being. They're flesh and blood. They can marry. Angels cannot marry. Angels cannot be given in marriage. They're celestial beings, family. They were not created for that purpose. They were only created to serve. That's the whole purpose, to serve. Let's go another place that they usually go to try to say that angels was with human. The book of Jude. We're going to go to the book of Jude. We're going to read verse 1 to verse 7.
Jude, the servant of Jesus Christ, and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by God the Father, who preserved in Jesus Christ and called, mercy unto you, and peace and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord God and our Lord Jesus Christ.
So who are they? Ungodly who? Men. Ungodly men. Human beings. They're always talking about human beings. Go ahead.
I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward did destroy them that believed not.
So he said, the Lord saved all these people out of the land of Egypt only to destroy them in the wilderness. Who did he destroy? Them that believe not. So look at all these people that he brought out. And he had to turn and kill, unalived, all of them in the wilderness. For what? For unbelief. Go ahead.
And the angels were kept not their estate, but left their own habitation. He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day. Even
So,
as even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
so these angels that kept not the first estate, what is this talking about? Where is the first estate? Heaven is the first estate. How did they not keep it? Because they got kicked out. Satan got kicked out of heaven. His first estate was heaven. And he and his minions got kicked out for disobedience. Satan wanted to be puffed up. I guess he wanted to be in God's or in Christ's seat, and he can't dwell up there. He got to go. So Michael and his angels fought against Satan and his minions, and they got kicked out of heaven. So the first estate that they did not keep was heaven. They got kicked out. And likewise, he talked about Sodom and Gomorrah that went after strange flesh. What is the strange flesh? Men with men. That's what was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. Women with women, men with men. Those are the strange flesh. They can't sleep with angels. So that's what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. They got burned down for the madness that was going on there. Them going after strange flesh, men going after men, women sleeping with women. That is strange flesh because that is not supposed to be. That's not the order of God. So God burned down that city and the neighboring cities around it. Burn them down to the ground. So in Jude, where they like to go also to try to say the angels them was sleeping with human, it have nothing to do with with angels. Nothing to do with angels as far as sleeping with human. They say they kept not the first estate. That's because they got kicked out of their first estate. That's what it's talking about. They got kicked out of heaven. So let's go to Revelation 12. So you get they got kicked out. Satan got kicked out of heaven prior to man being created. He got kicked out prior to man being created. That's why he was able to deceive Eve because he was already wicked. He already got kicked out. So that's why he said, woe be unto the inhabitants of the earth, for the devil has come down among us having great wrath. Why he's having great wrath? Because he got kicked out of his first estate. He got kicked out of heaven. So he came down here, and now he making war against the people of God. And he started with who? With Eve, our mother. He started with her. Revelation chapter 12, we're going to read 1 to 4 and then 7 to 9.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
So this was the woman is Israel. That's the moon. The sun is Jacob. And the 12 stars is the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pained, to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And
So
the
now,
dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
so now again we have there appeared a great wonder, the woman clothed in the sun. So we have Jacob, his wife, and the 12 tribes of Israel, his 12 sons, right? That's the moon, the sun, and the 12 stars. Jacob, his wife, his wives, and the 12 tribes of Israel. So, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. This great red dragon family, this is Satan, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns on his head, and his tail drew the third part of heaven, or the third parts of the stars of heaven. When Satan got kicked out, a third of the angels got kicked out with him. Those are his soldiers, his minions. Remember, the Bible said that Michael and his angels fought against Satan and his angels. So Satan angels is a third of the angels, and they got kicked out with him when he got kicked out of heaven, their first estate. And his tail draw a third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them down to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as he was born. Who is this? This is talking about Jesus. When Jesus was born, Herod were the king. Herod was running Jerusalem, and Herod wanted to destroy this child. So Satan was working through Herod. Because you know, Satan worked through man, just like how God worked through man. So that's why Herod told those magi, go and look for this child. When you find him, bring word to me that I may go and worship him also. He didn't want to go worship him. He wanted them to tell him where he was, where Christ was, so he can go and destroy him, kill him. So that's why the angels came to Joseph and told Joseph to take your family down into Egypt and be there until I send you word. Why did the angels tell Joseph to take Jesus and his wife Mary and go down into Egypt? Because the Egyptians, them are the same melanated people. They are black people, just like Joseph, Jesus, Mary. They are black people. So if they go down into Egypt, they can blend in with the people that is there. So it would be just another black family in Egypt. Think if Jesus was white, Mary was white, Joseph was white, how could they have hid amongst these black people, the Egyptian? How could they have hide down there? It was been easy for them to be found. They would not have been able to hide. They would have stuck out like a sore thumb. So the angel tell them, go down there and stay in Egypt until I send you word when all your enemy is dead. So when Herod died, the angels went and tell Joseph, now you can come out, you can come back, because the men who seek your life, they are all dead. So Herod died. But Herod is this right here, what we're reading. That the dragon stood before the woman to devour her child as soon as it was born. That is Satan working through Herod. Go ahead, sis.
7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So the third, remember we read his tail draw the third part of the stars of heaven? These are his angels that got kicked out with him. So Michael, which is the head of the military gang, fought against Satan, and they whooped them and kicked them out of heaven. Him and his soldiers, Satan and his soldiers got kicked out, cast them to the earth. So he said, and his place was found no more in heaven. So when we read the book of Jude, that's what it's talking about. The angel that kept not the first estate is because he got kicked out of the first estate. Let's go to the book of Numbers, Numbers 13. Numbers 13, we're going to read 1 to 3 and 16 down to 33. So we're going to see that after the flood, because if the angels procreated, because I want y'all to please think, put on your thinking cap. If in Genesis chapter 6, the angels procreated with humankind or with women, and they made babies, which they got these giants, even though they were giants before that happened. The flood came, and God destroyed all with the flood, right? The only person that survived was Noah and his family. So this is after the flood. We read it in the book of Numbers, and we're going to see that there are giants after the flood. So I want you to answer this. I want you to put this in your mind, in your memory bank. Ask yourself, where did these other giants come from? Are we going to say that the angels came down and slept with women again after Genesis chapter 6 when God destroyed the world? That they came back and did the same thing again? Let's read to see where these giants come from, family.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness to Param. All those men were heads of the children of Israel.
So now we can skip the rest of them to verse 16 because it's talking about the head of the men that the sister just mentioned. So in your own time, you can go back and read it. It talks about and the tribe of Joseph, the men that came, and the tribe of Dan, the tribe of Asher, the men that came to assist, right? So we're going to skip to verse 16.
These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Jehoshua,
Which is Joshua,
Jehoshua.
which
And
is
Moses
the same Joshua. All right, family, go ahead.
and Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwell it therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether
So
in
now,
tents or in strongholds.
so Moses sending them up now to go spy out the land of Canaan, because remember that's the land that we're supposed to inhabit, right? So I want them to go and spy out the land of Canaan and see what's going on there. See how the people are? Because remember, we have to take these people down. Because remember, that's the land that God is giving to them. Just like how God gave Mount Seir to Esau, but the Horites was living there. Another people were living there. So just like how God allowed the Israelite to go in and take over the land of Canaan, which is Jerusalem, which is present day Israel, is the same way he gave Esau Mount Seir, which is Edom, who what that another nation was inhabiting prior to Esau, which are the Horites. Go ahead.
And what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Raham, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Shishai, and Talmi, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff, and they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs.
So listen here, they cut down a cluster of grapes and they bury it between two staff. So you know these grapes was big grapes because everything back then were big. You know what I mean? When I say like, because remember, men were living not 70 years, not 80 years, men were living hundreds of years. So animals back there were even bigger than the animals that we have now, right? God reduced everything because of sin, right? So this man up here, Enoch in verse 22, and they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahaman, Shishai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. So we're going to see who this Anak is, this man Anak. Remember, this is a man, this is not an angel. This is people we're talking about. Right? Go ahead.
The place was called the brook of Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it.
Mm.
Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there.
We saw the who? We saw the children of Anak there. Right? He said, man, the wall of this city is very great. The fruits of this city is great. This is the land flowing with milk and honey. Where is that? That's Jerusalem. That's the same land that these people are fighting over right now. The land that is flowing with milk and honey. That's that land. Why are they fighting over this piece of land? That's the mountain of God. That's where Christ is coming back to rule. Go ahead.
The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea, and by the coast of Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
But the men that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight.
So they say they saw the children of Anak, which were giants. These are the Anakims. The Anakims were the children of Anak, and they were giants. Where did these giants come from? We just read it from the children of Anak. Did they come from angel? When was this? This was after the flood of Genesis chapter 6. So why still have giants in the earth if God destroyed all of them in the flood? Where did these come from? Did angels come down and slept with human beings again? No, they didn't. You know why? Because it never happened. It never happened. These giants was the sons of men. They were human beings. We're going to see more of them. Let's go to Joshua 15. And we're going to read 13 and 14.
And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Sheshai, and Ahiman, and Talmai, the children of Anak.
So we see that Caleb, the son of Zephaniah, he gave a part among the children of Judah, that he got a part among the children of Judah. Why? Because he was not an Israelite. That's why he was adopted among the tribes of Judah. That's why he got land among the tribes of Judah. He was a Kenizzite. He was not an Israelite. According to the commandments of the Lord, that the Lord spoke unto Joshua, because God told Joshua, Moses, make sure you give Caleb property among you, because Caleb served me. But Caleb was not an Israelite. And Caleb drove out the three sons of Anak. So we're going to see that this the same Anak that we're talking about that had giants in his descendants. Go to Joshua 21, and we're going to read 8 to 11.
And the children of Israel gave by lot unto the Levites these cities with their suburbs, and the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. And they gave out of the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simeon, these cities which are here mentioned by name, with the children of Aaron being of the families of Kohathites, who were of the children of Levi, had for theirs was the first lot. And they gave them the city of Arba, the son of Anak, which city of Hebron, in the hill country of Judah, with the suburbs thereof round about it.
So Arba was the father of Anak. Arba again is a man family. It's a man. They are all men. Go ahead.
That was 8 to 11.
They are all men. So we see that Anak is the son of Arba. Right? Remember, we had giants also that came from Anak, the Anakims. Let's go and talk about Goliath. Let's go to 1 Samuel, chapter 17. And we're going to read verse 1 to verse 11.
Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shakar, which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Shakar and Ezekah in Ephes-dammim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together, and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines. And the Philistines stood on a mountain on this one side, and Israel stood on the mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
So
And
hold on. So do me a favor. Read this in the NLT so that we can give them the actual thing.
the whole chapter,
No,
the
start
verse, I mean.
from 4. So yeah, read the whole chapter, but start from 4 in the NLT.
Then Goliath, a Philistine champion from Gath, came out of the Philistine ranks to face the forces of Israel. He was over 9 feet tall. He wore a bronze helmet, and his bronze coat of mail weighed 125 pounds.
Hmm.
He also wore a bronze leg armor, and he carried a bronze javelin on his shoulder.
So Goliath was over 9 feet tall. These are giants. But where did he come from? Goth. These are from men, not angels. Because remember, this is First Samuel. This is after the Genesis 6 account. So again, I'm asking, family, I'm asking, after God destroyed these giants during the flood, Noah and his family was the only one that survived. Now we have giants again, including Goliath. So are we saying, I'm asking, are we saying that angels came down and slept with women again? Because if you are saying that the giants came from angels sleeping with a woman, that mean it happened again. Because we still have giants here. That's because it never happened. It never happened. They're all men. Go ahead, sis.
7. The shaft of his spear was as heavy and thick as a weaver's beam, tipped with an iron spear-headed with that weighed 15 pounds. His armor-bearer walked ahead of him, carrying a shield. Goliath stood and shouted a taunt across to the Israelites. "Why are you all coming out to fight?" he called. "I am the Philistine champion, but you are only the servants of Saul. Choose one man to come down here and fight me. If he kills me, then we will be your slaves. But if I kill him, you will be our slaves. I defy the armies of Israel today. Send me a man who will fight me." When Saul and the Israelites heard this, they were terrified and deeply shaken.
So this is Goliath telling them, hey, come out and fight again. Somebody send someone to fight me. And we will be your slave if anyone can defeat me. And vice versa. If I defeat y'all, then y'all got to be our slaves. But was Goliath a descendant of angel? No. Goliath was descendant of man. Go to second Samuel. Chapter 21. And we're going to read from verse 15.
Once again, the Philistines were at war with Israel. And when David and his men were in the thick of battle, David became weak and exhausted. Ishbi-Benob was a descendant of the giants. His bronze spearhead weighed more than 7 pounds, and he was armed with a new sword. He had cornered David and was about to kill him. But Abishai, son of Zeruiah, came to David's rescue and killed the Philistine. Then David's men declared, You are not going out to battle with us again. Why risk snuffing out the light of Israel?
So now David, remember David was going to be the next king after Saul, right? So they say, why risk snuffing out the light of Israel? So now this man that almost killed David, that's another giant. Because they're the descendants of Philistines. So Philistine had giant in their bloodline also. But they were descendants of men, family. I'm going to keep saying it, descendants of men, not angels. Because this is after the flood. That's to show you that prior to the flood, Genesis 6 has nothing to do with angels. It all talking about men. And we read the book of Luke and show you who the sons of God were, the children of Seth. Go ahead, sis.
After this, there was another battle against the Philistines at Gam. As they fought, Sibbecai from Husha killed Saph, another descendant of the giants. During another battle of Gam, Elhanan, son of Jair, from Bethlehem, killed the brother of Goliath of Gath. The handle of his spear was as thick as a weaver's beam. In another battle with the Philistines at Gath, they encountered a huge man with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all, who was also a descendant of the giants. But when he defied and taunted Israel, he was killed by Jonathan, the son of David's brother Shimeah. These 4 Philistines were descendants of the giants of Gath, but David and his warriors killed them.
So, and not only that, if these giants were of angels, remember, angels are celestial beings, they are powerful creatures. You think that these human beings would have been able to kill them? These giants probably would have been moving like lightning. But they were merely human beings. They were just big human beings. We have people today that is very tall. And most of us go and stand up. Most of us grown people go and stand up beside them. We probably reach just above the knee. That's how tall they are. You have to look up in their face. They are giants to us. And remember back then, people were living way longer than people is living today. And again, look at the cluster of grapes that they cut down to carry out of the land of Canaan to show Joshua and Moses. Look at the cluster of grapes they had to carry between 2 staves. So who made those grapes? Angels also? Angels cannot procreate. They were not created to procreate. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1, back to the beginning. And we're going to read from verse 11.
Then God said, Let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came. And that is what happened.
So now it's talking about, let's go back to the KJV. It's talking about they're bearing fruit after their own kind. After their own kind. A mango tree will not be bearing bananas. A banana tree will not be growing apple. A banana tree will grow banana. An apple tree will grow apple. Every seed after his own kind. Angels and humans are two different creatures, family. Two different creatures. They cannot procreate with each other. Go ahead.
And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after its kind.
But
And God saw that it was good.
the grass after its kind, the trees bearing fruits after its kind. Go ahead.
And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be light in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good.
So you hear the creatures them in the water also. They brought forth offsprings after their kind. So whales made baby whales. They didn't make baby fish or baby barracuda. A barracuda did not make what's it? Fish? Salmon. And salmon did not make what's the other fish them that would be eaten? Jacks or
Flounder,
flounder. All the fish them they procreate and
snapper.
that's the name I've been looking for. Snapper. Like God. Like damn, I can't even remember snapper. Snapper can't make a grouper. All of them make babies after their own kind. Snapper will make snapper. Grouper will make grouper. Salmon will make salmon. Sharks make baby sharks. They don't make baby whales. So you
Or
can't
shrimp.
have
Or shrimp.
or shrimp. Yep. And shrimp don't make lobster and crab. So we can't have angels, which is a total different being or creature, procreating with humans, family. They are two different creatures. The bio don't line up. Go ahead, sis.
And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so.
So God keeps saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Let everything bring forth offsprings after its kind. When we start seeing things that is not the way God set it up, is because man go and put the hand in it. Like when they put lions and tiger and experiment on them and trying to bring offspring. When the offspring comes, what happens? The offspring become sterile. They can't make babies. They can't make offsprings because they're not. That's not how God made them. They can't make babies. They can't procreate because it was made by the hands of man, not how God ordained it. So if angels came down procreate with human, these offspring, that giants, they will not be making other babies. But that's not the case, because we see that they're making children after children. So please go back and read, family. Angels cannot procreate. They were not created to do that. We would have been seeing baby angels flying around. The Bible would have been telling us about baby angels, that Michael slept with one of the female, and I've never actually even read about a female angel. They are different creatures, family. Different creatures. Go ahead, sis.
And God and God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielded seed, to you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meal, and it was so.
I have given you every green herb for meat, and it was so. So the herbs and the fruits, the vegetables, when God created man, that was supposed to be our meat. When God created man, man was not eating meat. So we see, family, from when the sister started reading, in this chapter, it keeps talking and repeating the same thing over and over and over, that everything was procreating and making offsprings after their kind or its kind. A banana tree will bring bananas. You will not get apple off of it. When man go and put their hand in God's creation, then we get chaos. Angels cannot procreate with humankind because they're different creatures. They're different creatures. It cannot happen. So I hope this was a blessing to the hearers. I hope they got some understanding, and I hope that they have a change of heart or change of mind to see that this evil report that we bring up against the scriptures is actually evil, saying that angels slept with human beings, and that's where the giants come from. And we see clearly that after Genesis 6, after the flood, there were still giants in the earth. So we will have to say that the angels came back down again and slept with women again to bear them giants. We will have to say that. And this is not the case, because it did not happen at all. It did not happen. And in Genesis 6, we saw that prior to the sons of God, which is the children of Seth, prior to them sleeping with the woman, the sons of man, the daughters of man, there were already giants in the earth. The Bible teaches us there is nothing new under the sun. So I hope this was a blessing. Sis, you have anything you want to add?
Just a quick question. If somebody reads something else different in the book, in this Bible, we are always open to listen. We're
Yep.
always open to listen because I want people to think about no, I'm not going to bring that analogy. But if they read something else different in the book, in the Bible, just point us in that direction for us to read.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us have not read all of the Bible, and there's more than likely, and most of us may have, and even reading something may have missed it. Because again, you could watch a movie more than one time, and each time you watch it, you're going to notice something else different. So maybe it's something that we may have read and missed it. So if you read something else different, just bring it to us. We'll have to read it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that.
Yep. Close us out.
We would like to thank you guys for joining us again on this Bible study lesson. We appreciate you guys. Um, I'd like to point out that we do have Bible study question and answers on Fridays from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you join us. If you want to join us from phone, you can call at 786-635-1003, 646-518-9805, or 646-558-8656. The meeting ID number is 407-493-1344. The password is 54321. And the Lord's Israel Little Woods Vineyard's phone number is 407-493-1344. Again, we are on Bible study on Fridays with question and answers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you ever hear somebody say something you don't understand, or if you've read something you don't understand, if you just have a question, we'll more than happy to receive you to come in and join our Bible study platform and ask your question. And we always go to the Bible to find those responses. So with that being said, again, want to thank you for joining our Bible study, this lesson today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also click the notification bell so that you'll get notifications when we post or when we go live. We appreciate you for joining us today. Thank you, and have yourself a great rest of your Sabbath.
For those that keep the Sabbath. Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done in earth
thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever in Jesus' precious name.
forever in
Amen.
Jesus' precious name. Amen.
May the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our rock and our redeemer. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading, to the hearing, and the doing of his word. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Family, we thank you. And again, we hope this lesson was a blessing to the hearers. And we will join you. I hope you can join us again in the next one, if God's willing, the next Shabbat. You do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And those who keep the Sabbath, enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. We are out.